Hi everyone, welcome to part 3 of this detailed tour through the Rex Whitepaper. My name is Kelly Snook and I am just a community member interested in helping everyone, including myself, better understand the details in the whitepaper. And I am not a YouTuber, so no need to like or subscribe to this video or share it with anyone, but I do hope that it's helpful. This video is a little bit of a deeper dive just before we go into the main body of the white paper, into the liquidity phase and also into the airdrop. So there are just a bit more details in this video about providing initial liquidity and what that means, and about the 3 different types of airdrops that you might be qualified for if you are a participant in the Rex Classic protocol. Okay, I'll talk for a second about providing initial liquidity. So here we are in an account that has already provided 2,000 BUSD of liquidity. The way you provide liquidity is on the Rex app dashboard while connected to your wallet. So I have right now, this is connected to my OG account. I can see here that everybody else in the Rex community so far has contributed a total of about almost $200,000 of liquidity. We're at $193,500 right now. So $2,000 of that almost $200,000 is mine. So what we know from the white paper about the initial liquidity provision, and we'll get to this again in another video, is that there will be a certain amount contributed during this 7-day period. Let's say that by the end of the week on Friday, the total amount that is contributed by everyone in the Rex community for liquidity is 200,000 BUSD. So we're nearly there right now. That's probably a low estimate, but let's just say that by the time the liquidity provision ends, it's going to be at $200,000, this number. My number, let's say, is still going to be at 2,000. The way I got that number, the way I contributed that, by the way, is very simple. It's just the way you would imagine. I had put this amount in here and then clicked on send. So, this BUSD now will be used towards the liquidity provision. So of this total amount that's contributed, let's say it's 200,000, $100,000 of that will be paired with Rex right at the launch, at the initial launch price. So roughly half of the global provided liquidity will be paired on the first day that it can be paired, which is actually day 2, and 100,000 of that is about half the total amount. So that means half of my total amount, half of 2,000, will go towards the provision on that first day. So 1,000 BUSD will be paired with 1,000 BUSD's worth of new Rex minted at the starting price on that, the addition of the liquidity into the LP token. So I know that if the total amount is 200,000, and if I don't contribute anymore, I'll have about, that looks like about 1% of the total liquidity provided. And I'll just double check that because my math is not my strong suit. So 2,000 divided by 200,000. And yes, that's 1% of the total liquidity provided. So you can figure out how much of your initial liquidity is going to be essentially give you Rex at the starting price just by dividing your contribution by the total amount contributed. and then multiplying that by 100,000. It's pretty much as simple as that. Every day after that, then 100,000 divided by 200 days. So every day, 100,000 divided by 200. So every day after that first day, 500 BUSD worth of liquidity will be added, will be paired with REX at that price that day and added to liquidity. So the other half of my initial liquidity would be split up into 200 chunks, which is going to be 1,000 divided by 200. So 5 BUSD every day of my BUSD would be paired with REX at the whatever price REX is at that day and added to the liquidity pool. And all of those LP tokens then would show up in my wallet or probably be claimable here on the REX side. I actually don't know what that's going to look like. We don't have that in the testnet, so I would imagine that either those LP pairs would just show up here as REX pairs, or they'll be on our dashboard somewhere for us to claim, and then they'll go into our wallet. And then those LP tokens that we have from the liquidity provision will just sit there and be locked and not be redeemable until the auction period is over. On the first day after the auction period is over, we can claim 10% of our LP tokens. We can pull that liquidity, split up the token, have the BUSD, and cash out 10% of the REX from the LP. So, and then we can wait 30 more days and cash out another 10%, wait another 30 days, another 10%. So it would take 300 days to be able to liquidate or remove the liquidity from the LP pair after the end of the token, after the end of the auction. So that's liquidity. It's really the simplest way really to get involved. It doesn't involve any staking. It doesn't really involve anything because you can't really do anything for the entire auction period. So it's a way of helping the protocol to be strengthened, the floor, the price floor to be strengthened as liquidity is added. That means there's more, more liquidity locked in the contract. And so it's a great way to get some free REX and also help out the robustness of the protocol. Let's now take a moment to talk a little bit more deeply about the airdrop, since most of the elements of the airdrop are now visible on the mainnet rex.io app. So we're looking here at a wallet that was a participant in Rex Classic. This wallet was in deep loss, and it was also a wallet that held a TRex at the time of the snapshot on October 13th. So this wallet, if you were to look this wallet's address up on the airdrop website that I showed in a previous video, you would see that this wallet was recorded as having one TRex, and so this wallet has been airdropped 10 new TRex. Here you see those TRex in this field here. You can see that of the airdrop TRex that were sent to this wallet, there are 9 left, and that I could buy more TRex here if I wanted to. So the TRex contract is live, and all the original TRex holders were airdropped 10 new TRex for every old TRex that they held in their wallet on that day at that time. We'll go a little bit more into TRex trading in just a second, but there are 2 other elements to the airdrop. This wallet, as I said, was in heavy loss, and this wallet is due to receive something like, I don't remember actually, but something like 48,000 BUSD in recompense for the losses that it suffered in Rex. So you can see here that there's only 6683. Why is that? The reason for that is that the funding for the BUSD compensation is not coming from some pile of money that's just sitting there waiting to be doled out. This money that's being used to fund, to give everyone their money back, essentially, is a gift from the developers. It's the entire development fund that was going to be used for ongoing development, for new features, new aspects of the development, the Rexiverse, these kinds of things. All of that funding for that is on hold, so that 100% of the development budget, which is 5% of auction sales and 10% of TRex sales, and a bit from the staking decks starting on day 111. All of that money right now, as it comes in, is immediately being sent out to all of us. So you'll see over the next 4 to 14 months, as money comes into the contract, up until your entire BUSD compensation amount is fulfilled, you will see this amount being added into the claimable BUSD here. So you can claim this at any time, or you can just let it sit there. I am going to claim it just before auction starts, obviously, and send as much money as possible into the auctions when they start. This one, this is again the example that's given, the example case that's given on the airdrop website, so you can have a look through all the different elements. The thing that we're looking at right now is the USD compensation. So there was a total of $12.8 million paid out to wallets that were in loss. The example wallet on the airdrop website is due to receive 89K back, and as I said, the wallet that we're looking at right now, my wallet that I'm using in this example, is due to get about 48K. So only a tiny bit so far has come back, but that will start to shoot up as the auctions start on Friday. Okay, and the last part of the airdrop, so we have the TRex airdrop, we have the BUSD airdrop, and then we have the Rex airdrop. And the Rex airdrop had its own set of calculations for determining the proportion of Rex that you held after a bunch of adjustments were made for the hyperinflation bug and the TRex bug use and a bunch of other things. And it was an extremely involved set of calculations that that you can read about on the Rex airdrop website. But just at the most basic level, your wallet will, if you held Rex in any form at the time of the snapshot, then you may be receiving some Rex in the airdrop. That Rex can be claimed in one of two ways. So you'll see here, and it's not live yet because we can't actually claim this Rex until the very, very first moments of day 2. So that would be on July 2nd at 1800 hours London time. We would be able to see the total amount. So you'll see here that this amount here will be what would be right in this field in your airdrop page. These aren't matching again because this airdrop page is an example that's built into the airdrop website, whereas this, we're looking at a real wallet. Okay, so this real wallet of mine, I have a Rex airdrop of 5.8 million Rex. If I claim this as liquid, then that's how much Rex I'm going to get. If I claim this as a stake of 30 days, that starts the bonus. So the longer you stake for, the more bonus you get. So you can stake for 30 days, or you can stake all the way up to 600 days or more, and that gets you a bonus of 50% more Rex. So you can see my 5.8 million Rex has turned into 8.7 million Rex, and this is very exciting. So if you put more than 600 days, if you put like 3,000 days, it's still 50%. So you can get that entire staking bonus by staking for 600 days. And then over and above that, so when you do this and it's live, this claim as stake button will come up. If you claim that as a stake and if your wallet is holding a TRex, at least one TRex, which this wallet is, then I will also get 25% more shares for that when I go to stake that, when this stake is created. And then this airdrop stake is an irrevocable stake, so there's an additional 25%, I think. So on this airdrop website, if I go to claim this Rex for 600 days, I get a bonus, get 50% more Rex, and then when that stake is created, if I have a TRex, I get 25% more shares, and I also get 25% bonus of shares because it's an irrevocable stake. So there is a high degree of incentive to stake your airdrop rather than claim it as liquid. You're making more than twice the amount of money by claiming it as a stake of 600 days or more. I'm going to talk a little bit more about the TRex market. So TRex was designed to be a boost token, not a trading token, but there are a lot of people that were looking to flip their TRex for a profit, essentially. And a lot has been done to prevent that from happening. So the TRex decentralized exchange is not a normal automated money market. The price of TRex isn't just determined by how many people are buying and how many people are selling. The way it's determined is the price floor is set as at 500 BUSD, never to go below that. And then every 100 TRex that are sold by this contract to people increases the price by 5 BUSD. So we can see here that more than 300 TRex have been sold because this number here is 515, which means it's 3 times been incremented from 500 to 505, then to 510, then to 515. It also says it right here. Total bought from the DEX is 366 TRex. If you were airdropped a TRex, you can sell one back to the contract every 3 days. So I have sold one of my TRex back to the contract. There are 9 more that I could sell. If I moved one of these airdropped TRex to another wallet and tried to sell it from that wallet back to the contract, I would not be able to. In order to sell a TRex back to the contract, 3 conditions need to be met. First of all, the wallet that you're selling from needs to be a wallet address that's whitelisted as a airdrop recipient. Secondly, every 3 days from the initiation of the contract is a day that you can sell your TRex anytime during that day. So I could sell a TRex right now, except that there's a third condition that needs to be met, which is that there needs to be enough BUSD in the contract to actually sell a TRex against it. Right now, there are only 127 BUSD in the contract, and the price is 515 BUSD, so nobody can sell a TRex to this contract right now because there's not enough money there to give to you. So that is the TRex trading. Now, you could, if you wanted to, go and sell your TRex on PancakeSwap. It is possible, but there's no liquidity in there right now, and that's kind of by design. There's really no incentive to build a liquidity pool of TRex on PancakeSwap because it just won't be able to compete with the contract until all those TRex are sold. So you'll either have to sell your TRex for a much lower price. Alternatively, you could buy a TRex at a much lower price if there are TRex in there that are available. Right now, it's looking to me like one TRex on PancakeSwap gets me 0.12 BUSD, so that's not very good. So yeah, this whole system is designed to thwart the dumping and flipping of TRex because TRex is really intended to be a utility coin and not a trading coin. Okay, this concludes the deeper dive into the liquidity provision and the airdrop, and we will continue in the next video with auctions.